Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and perhaps even good evening. Thank you so much for dropping by Jay's New York Times NYE 2023 Extravaganza. We seem to have a full house, and that is just so wonderful. Thank you so much for dropping by, everyone. I'm going to go kickstart some funky little, tunes in the background here. I'm hoping. Meg Twin is here. This is so cool. And it was totally snowing. Yes, indeed. Mr. Brian is here. Leo is here. The Matt Patter is here. Art is here. Mr. Jeremy from the future is joining us. Nancy's Art is here. My goodness, we totally have a full house. And the King Villain is here as well. Thank you so much for being here, guys. That is just so cool. I had decided, and anyone else who's out there watching, of course, welcome. I've decided to do this on fairly short notice, actually. In fact, this afternoon, and I thought, hey, why don't we do that? That's just going to be nice. And sadly, I've forgotten my water in the kitchen, but that's okay. I'll get that later, if and when I need it. And this is kind of a sad / exciting occasion for me to do this, because it'll be the final ever stream from this location. It's kind of crazy to think about it that way, but that's partly why I wanted to do it as well, because we're in the process of moving. I call it the on again, off again move, and it's been on the cards for quite a while, and it looks like we've on the last occasion, the last exchange we had with our landlady, we decided, okay, let's go and do this on a very short notice, and we found a place that is very close to here. So it's literally across the road. So all we need to do is pack things up, and thank you so much. That's really appreciated. Thank you, Julia. Julia just brought me more water. Julia is here as well, which is awesome. So yes, we've moved, and we're in the process of moving, and yes, Brian, that is what we thought as well, but there were complications. So it's one of those things. And thankfully, we found a place that's slightly smaller, but because we're kind of custom designing the interior to what we need to get our jobs done, it'll have another streaming setup. But of course, that's not quite there. So it is literally, I'm in the process of tearing everything down technologically, which is why my main PC is no longer in the house, so I don't even have that here anymore. It's in the new apartment. But the good news is that my new Mac Studio is apparently powerful to handle a lot of 3D apps, and I didn't know this, so I hooked it up, and I thought maybe we can go and if it ain't complicated, it ain't living. Yes. So I've hooked it up, and we can see if we can run some 3D apps on it. I've never really tried it out. So the thing is, I was going to try to get a little bit of work done while we're together, because that might be kind of cool. And let me go and share this. This is the music we're currently listening to. Is this to close it down? It's all a bit complicated. There we go. I've got Substance Painter open and up and running. And these shoes here, they're part of an outfit that I've made. Not so much made. This is just something I brought in from ArtStation. But I'm in the process of recording a series that shows you how to put an outfit together from Marvelous Designer onto Daz figures, what you need to do in order for that to become follower clothing. And I've made 10 parts already. They're up for Patreon supporters and for Ko-fi and YouTube supporters to watch already. And I'm at a point now where I want to record the video in which I tell you how to save all this stuff in Daz Studio. So the problem is I don't have any textures. So I thought maybe we can use this evening to see if we can get some textures done on a Mac. I don't even know how this works, but hey, one of those things. Johnny is here. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So the whole outfit isn't actually available as OBJ, so we're going to have to go through, see how Daz Studio performs on a Mac, and see how Marvelous Designer performs on a Mac. And that's kind of cool. So that's my plan. And then when I run out of that, I thought we can go and play some video games like, No Man's Sky, there's Expeditions, and there's also, what's it called? Mass Effect, of course. Glad you bought that, by the way, Leo. I'm glad you did. $5.99, too good to be true. Also, don't forget, tonight is the last part of the last day of the, let's put some concrete on these, just because I like concrete shoes. I just wanted to see what happens if we go and mask this off. And I really need to rearrange the layers so that the default setup, I don't think I like that. Let me go up with a black mask. And then in there, let me see if I can go and use this tool here. What happens if I go and do that? That only happens. Does that happen on both shoes? Yes, it does. Okay, good. That's good to know. So we only have to worry about one shoe whole UV island, please. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So I don't, one of the workflow things I need to just think about is I don't have an ID map here on these things, and I've made these shoes. They come as part of a set by Milad Kambari on ArtStation, and the 13, 14 shoes are available for like $12 or $14. So like it's incredible low price. Let's see what we go with rubber. Do we have anything rubber like this? Rubber, that could be good. Put rubber on here. Perfect. And then we go and make a new black mask, and that is going to just be that. Yes, cool. And so they come as single shoes, and to make them work with Genesis, we of course need two shoes, and they are UV unwrapped, but they are not, in fact, there's no textures on them or texture like materials and stuff. So I thought, okay, I need to go and be able to make selections here, and it looks like I can do it on the pair. So when Blender added the mirror modifier here, it would also duplicate the UVs and turn them around. So that's why when I select one thing, it also appears on the other shoe. So I don't have to do anything about that. That's kind of cool. So this has answered one of my questions that I've had, so I don't need to worry about that. So the shoes, we have those as OBJs. Let's go and get the trousers and the shirt out of the various places and see if we can, see if we can get something up and running here on the last day of 2023, huh? Excellent, Leo. That is good to hear. That is good to hear. Now the gravity boots. Meg, I'm so super proud of you, by the way. Meg, in case you didn't know this, Meg is using Unreal Engine 4 to develop games. And you have recently, Meg, and I'm so proud of you because of that, you've recently made a game that you have released, and it's available through just a Google Drive link on one of her videos. And she also shows you a playthrough of that video. You're I think a little, was it a little elf? I forgot the main character, but you need to go and make sure you evade all these evil, what were they, mice, I think? And you have to make sure you get to the next level. It's kind of a Christmas-themed game, and I encourage you to try it out and play it through. I would have loved to play this on the stream, but I don't have my PC anymore, so I can't do it. But yeah, super nice. So it's a mouse, that was it. Mr. Nate, how's it going? If you have two shoes, will things go pear-shaped? Probably, Jeremy, probably. I always press the Windows key to bring up my thing at the bottom, but of course that doesn't work. Marvelous Designer, that happened just by accident. We also need Daz Studio. There's also this, isn't there? No, this, yes, I can do this. These are the boots in Blender. I was thinking maybe I need to set up a, what's it called, map here? What's it called? The vertex paint to bake myself a thingamajig map, but I don't think I have to do that. So that is good to know. So I can go and ditch that. Also, we've got this, I got this. That is good. There's even an update, but we're okay with that to not have that. How do we do navigation in Daz Studio? It's not Control and Alt, it's Command and Alt, of course. Everything's different on a Mac. This is still the same. Okay, I like this. That's cool. I don't think I have that in here, so let's see if I can open where the thing is that I need. Nate, how's it going? Merry Christmas, by the way, and a Happy New Year. You're not in it yet, right? You're an hour later than we are, earlier than we are? Are you earlier? Are you later? I always forget. And this is not where that is. I think it's in here. And then it's in here. Yes. And then it's in here. That's that is Raglan shirt. I can hear some strange noises in the room. We also have new neighbors, by the way. So after Blender, I think that's it, isn't it? I think I can use that. Let's see. This is Daz Studio on a Mac. This is exciting. Yeah, banging, right? I don't know what that's all about. I have no idea. Okay, this is the shirt, and yeah, I think that I can use that. Does it have, this is all the default layout here. Let me just go and change that to Jay's layout. No shaping, no posing. Surfaces, yeah, we want to keep that here. Smart content, render settings, simulation settings, I think, go over here. And then lights, and then cameras we don't need. And then this we don't need. And then the environment we don't need. Aux viewport we don't need. This we don't want. That's good, that's good. Parameter surfaces, render settings, draw settings we also don't really want. This we want to make larger. We're nearly there. And then with one other thing that we need here is the, say it with me, tool settings. Well, oh, there they are. Perfect, got that. Okay, good. Then that's my shirt. Perfect. So the, oh yeah, power pose. That's another thing we want to have. Power pose. Power pose. Perfect. And I think, is that this? And then we have, no, that wasn't that. Was it this? Yes, that was that. So let's go and export it like that. Groovy. And green, that doesn't really, we don't need it green. I think that was just for demonstration purposes here. Let's make all these things white then. Copy that, paste that over to here, like that. Perfect. Now we've got the white shirt. And all I need here is some basic texture. So I'm thinking we can color the buttons and we can make it just a jersey. And I don't have the normals from Marvelous Designer. That would make it look a lot better. But I think we'll be okay with that. Just so that I can show what you need to do, where the textures would need to go. Before you set them up and then save out the product. That was the idea. Maybe the shirt is something nice to begin with here. Export. Yes. I'll put that in the right place already. And then here, namely here and there. And this could be the Raglan shirt. Perfect. With 100% selected objects only, yes, perfect. Okay. You got 3 bottles of wine. Okay, Nate, that's exciting. Meg, it's correct. There's really nice topology on those. And I think maybe I can show you the product of the shoes in a moment. Let me go and get the trousers we need to, I think, get from Marvelous Designer, because I don't think I have them in Daz Studio, or do I? I forgot. We have to try it out. And you know, it's because it's a different computer. That's why it came to the default layout. That is the only reason why, because it's not my main desktop here. I was actually quite surprised by how well the Mac performs. It's a Studio Ultra, and yeah, we don't have. We've got the pants here. Do we have those here? Raglan shirt. No, we only have those here. So it's a Marvelous Designer thing. Yeah, that's why it was the default layout. Usually it comes across. Yeah, if you have 4.21 installed and then you overinstall it with 4.22, then the layout should be retained. You think you're gonna let them ripen a little bit. That's a great idea, Nate. We bought some champagne earlier, and it's something we don't often do. Is it a project? Did I save it as a project? I think so. I think I did. And that's here. Was it pants G9 fit? Shirt D. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. That's the original 46. Yes, it's just not quite the right fit. Why didn't I save that? Also, how do I, there we go. That's alt still here. Yeah, that needs to be. That needs a little little help here. Let's do that then. So that we go. Whoops, that we do in Daz Studio. Just get the Genesis 9 figure out. I think I did this. Did I do this in base resolution or not? I don't recall. Let's hope I did it in non-base resolution. Okay, let's try file. Oops. Oh, Daz Studio quit unexpectedly. Well, that's okay. Did it save the figure? I don't. Oh man, it's a struggle for it to run on a Mac, I think. Let's go open import. In fact, import obj G9 base. Do that, and don't do that as that. Do that as a morph target over, I'll say 60 frames. Daz Studio format. Let's see if it works. Yeah, look at that. It works. Perfect. Okay. The only thing here is, whoops. There. The only thing here is that it's too low for my liking. So let's just go and move that up a little bit, like so. And because I want the rest of the trousers to come with me, I'm going to go, suppose it's Command K. Yes, it is. Awesome. That freezes it. Then I'll go and bring that up a little bit. That's nice. And then Command K again to unfreeze that. And now we go do that. So it's not the exact fit that I had for the Genesis figure, but for texturing it'll be fine. Don't remember if I had packed the UVs. Let's do that as well. Have I? Hello? Yes, they're packed. Did you know Marvelous Designer 12.2 have introduced this crazy good UV packing tool now finally? This is just so cool. Let's check those files. Yes, exactly. Let's check those log files. Absolutely. Look at that. You just click this and then you click apply and everything that you've got selected gets packed automatically. So you don't have to move them into the 0 to 1 space anymore like you used to with the right click option here, fit to 0 to 1. It now has a packing thing, which is really cool. Let me just show you how that works. Usually, oh, actually, let me do this, reset that. So you end up with something like this, right? And it's terrible because back in the day you could do this and then you go fit to 0 to 1 and then you have that, which is of course a ton of wasted UV space, and that's just so sad when that happens. So they finally, as of this version, introduced this option here, UV packing. You click on that and then you say apply and you wait a little bit and it goes boom. Isn't that cool? This is just so cool. I love that they've introduced that. And for perpetual license holders, we get the benefit of that. It's really cool. So I totally appreciate that. I might just go back to what I had before here, before I started messing with it there, because that was an even better arrangement, I thought. You can also do it in UDIM tiles. So that works as well. Really chuffed about that. Okay, let's go export this now. Oh, there's one other thing. I want to make sure this is on the, no, it's not fabric, it's on top stitch. I just want to make sure anything top stitch wise does not get exported as OBJ but as texture, just in case we have something which I don't know. That texture, that's cool. Export OBJ, perfect. And that I'll go and put in my, everything looks different on the Mac, doesn't it? It's just so just a little different. And I never control it with these peripherals, so that's why that's so alien to me. And we're totally going to check those log files in a minute. It is, isn't it? Also, full disclaimer, I didn't make this myself. This is an outfit that I also bought from ArtStation. And the series that I'm recording right now is about how to put these things into Daz Studio and how to make them work. So these are pants, puffy pants maybe, puffy pants. And then we can see the whole outfit in situ in a moment, and hopefully with textures later. That's the plan. Patterns, no avatars, and these trims welded and thin. Unified, yes, but none of these I don't think we want. Normal map, perhaps. I could potentially export that, but I'll do that with a UV editor. So unified's fine. And Daz Studio scale as well, very important. There. Haha. Yes, and it'll be a whole outfit. So it's going to be boots. We might have to make some adjustments because the boots might be longer than the trousers. So I don't know if the trousers are going to go inside, or haven't actually thought about this. Maybe I should actually use different boots for that. The shirt, I haven't seen the shirt and the pants together yet either. So it'll be the first time we're all going to see this in situ and together. Maybe we need to change our mind about some of these clothing items. So how's everyone doing? Did you have any plans tonight? Are you meeting people in real life? Ah, look at that. All my interface customizations have not been saved because of the crash. That's bad, isn't it? Let me just go and do this all one more time. Because why not? I don't think Daz Studio is built natively for the Mac. It works with Rosetta under the hood. Whoops. That's not what I meant. How do I do that? How do I dock this back here? Come on. Yes, yes, good stuff. Rosetta is an online translation mechanism in which you can let an Intel Mac app run on the new Apple Silicon, and that is, you know, involved, to say the least. Put that down, and then we add the power pause here, and that's above that, and then this is closed, and then we have tool settings here. Perfect. Just to retain this, I'm going to go and save this. J 2024. There we go. Would like to record compute. I don't know. Yes, maybe. Why would you need to do that? Daz Studio. I wonder. It's all these later. Let's do that later because I'm trying to do other things here. Yeah, perfect. I might actually just do this now. Man, that's just so much out. Plans are eat food, taste wine, watch Jay, drink wine, feel sick, drink wine. Where am I? I want to go home. That's too funny. Nate and I, just for the record, Nate and I, we don't drink, but we do make exceptions every once in a while. And tonight is one of those. Like, you know, one glass of champagne is probably my limit. By closing Daz Studio and open it again, it'll save these things as a default. One of those things. Meg staying home. That's nice. That's good. I think most of us just stay home. This is where we're having a good time here. I like it. On the final ever day of 2023. On the final ever show from Jay's Studio. What am I going to do without you? Oh, we have a new one. That's better. That's good. Too funny. But I think I'm going to miss this sort of, the way I do this here, and you might not be aware of it, is I don't have a desk here. I have a monitor that's in a pre-built, kind of a custom built shelving unit here in our walk-in closet, basically. And the way this works is that the monitor is slightly lower down. So I have a really good angle when it comes to the camera, so I don't have to look up or anything. It's just straight in front of me. But I'm sitting in a fairly low fishing chair with a cushion underneath my bottom because that's much more comfy. I'm balancing this keyboard that I found in our recycling bin a few years ago, and I'm balancing that on my knees, and I have a trackball here that I do this magic with. So that is all a little, you know, tricky and involved. I wish I had a second monitor, I had a proper keyboard and a mouse and stuff, and maybe that's going to happen in 2024. The steampunk belladonna is here. This is great. Plans, just now me and the Cubs are here. Hello Cubs, how you doing? And also how you doing, steampunk belladonna? And I updated Dorico last night, so I might play with that later. What's Dorico? Tell us about it. Need to be debone a chicken and feed critters pretty soon. I love it. That's great. Wonderful to see you. I'm glad you're around. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Let's see if we can go and load ourselves the Genesis 9 figure. That's not installed here. I'm as perplexed as you are. The Genesis 9 starter essentials are not on here. Oh, filter by content. Ha 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 ha. There we go. Is there? No, that didn't help. That's not installed. I say that is. Let's or open the previous one that had the Genesis 9 figure in it, didn't it? We'll just use that. I'm so glad you're here to witness all this. Daz scenes, Raglan shirt, after Blender. There we go. Let's do that. So it can load the figure, it just hasn't got it installed. I'm a little confused. In all honesty. Is that a new thing? No, that's just the general state of being, isn't it? Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to change. For presentation purposes, under Tools, Settings, let's make that line thicker. There. Okay, so I think we had the shirt. Let me go make that just, you know, white. Every's wears. Copy, yes. Paste everywhere, yes. Good stuff. Oh, also this. Perfect. I'll go and save that out just so in case there is another crash, which hopefully, you know, it's not going to happen, but just in case. Let's call it Raglan 5 Final. Oh yeah, neighbors are definitely playing music now. I get it, I get it. De-chicken a bone, now that's a good idea. Oh, music notation. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice one. Oh, so many things that you can do these days. Oh, nice. Yeah, have fun with that. I've looked into something today that's called Meta Tailor, I think. Have you heard of that? That's something interesting in regards to clothing. It's a service, so you have to subscribe to that. But you can import an avatar, pick items of clothing, and it kind of makes them fit your avatar automatically. So no matter if it's a Lego figure or a giant or like a cartoony type character, it just goes and makes it fit, and it layers these things intelligently on it. So if I give this guy a tie, I just drag in a tie and the tie would just get fit. Then I add a trench coat gets fit, and you add some pants, and then once I'm done, all the whole thing with avatar gets exported as one whole object. And then you can go and use it in Unreal Engine and in other applications. So very interesting. I might look into that in the next year. Be interested to see that, how that works. Let's see if we can go and export this out one more time. Stuff test. Yeah, that's not where we want to put that. Is that not something like recent? Here and then here and then here. Raglan shirt has apparently come out last time. Let me just go try that one more time, just in case it crashes again. Let's hope it doesn't do that. Nope, has survived this time. Okay, that's good. That is good. So maybe we'll go and try, even though it's not gonna properly fit. Let me go and import the trousers and the boots into here as well, that we can see that. If I set up a shortcut here, yeah, that's that. So boots. Wow. And they would have come in from Blender, I believe. So let's try Modo. Okay, let's try that. See if that works. That might be, yeah, there we go. That was it. Perfect. So that's boots. Boots 11. And then we'll see if we can grab the pants now. Yeah, so these fit him. and they're fairly easy to rig. And in my video, and it's a shame I didn't save that, in my video I'm also hiding the feet here, so I might just do that so we have a kind of fully functioning thing here. That is the Puffy pants, and they're going to be in, I think, Daz Studio scale. There we go, perfect. So I'm thinking then the shirt, I'm probably going to get, I'm either making a morph that puts it inside more, or I'm going to make one that leaves it loose on the outside. And then the shoes, I'm thinking I'll do the same thing, that I can either sculpt them in so that they fit inside the shoes, and then I'll have another morph that'll make them, you know, fall outside the shoes. But, you know, that's a job for another day. So for now, let's see if we can figure out some texturing here. So that's the whole outfit together. And then, oh yeah, at the end of that series, we're going to go and put all that into Unreal Engine as well. Let's go and save this out just so that I have something. Full outfit. There we go. Great to see you too. Absolutely great to see you too, Steampunk. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, yes, yes. My mom was saying that earlier. So my mom's in Germany, and she's been in the new year for 2.5 hours now. What am I talking about? 4.5 hours. Yeah, 3.5 hours. And she said even in the afternoon, early evening, people are starting their fireworks. It's very interesting when that happens. So this was a good test. I'm going to go and start this again, though. And I think we'll go and start with maybe the shirt. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. PBR Metallic Roughness as a starter. My file. Because the shoes are the most complicated thing. So we're going to go and come back to that. Let's start shirt, trousers, and then the boots. Shirt. Let's try number 1. See if that and number 2 seem to be fine. So perfect. That will say 2K resolution here, and I don't think I need the tile workflow because we only have one UDIM tile. Let's hope that is correct. Don't save this. Yep, there it is. Perfect. All right. So the first thing. Oh, we have 3 material zones, don't we? Haha. It's that old cookie again. The material zones. Okay, let me go and export one more out from here with the shirt, and I'll make it so that it doesn't have materials, so that we don't have that problem. So right surface is none. Because Substance Painter is particular. So watch this go away in a minute. No mats, there we go. And we'll do that in 2K, and I think this we can ignore. He says I think because he doesn't really know. There we go. We only have one default material, and that's really, nope, that's, would like to control this computer using accessibility features. No, you don't have to do that. That's cool. Dang. What's going down? So do we remember how to use Substance Painter? Because I don't really. I think you bake the maps first, right? Click on this and you see the in and out map here. Make the output size like 4K, I think. And you bake everything apart from the stuff you don't want. So ID we don't need, bend normals we don't need, but ambient occlusion, curvature, position, thickness is cool. World normals with dabs. Let's go bake it. Inform you that food was needed. That's it's a very nice way of putting it. Oh wow! I think we saw a possum at our neighbor's house. Our neighbor's, there's an old lady there, and she feeds basically the cat that's around. Then essentially the cat just comes by more often, and there's usually one dominant cat in her house. And the last cat, Banjo, she died, or he died rather. It was not so much died, he was taken away by animal control, which was crazy because, you know, we liked Banjo. And then after that came another cat, and that was more like what we call the sporadic cat. And in the evening, because it's all shy, wildcat and stuff, he would come by and we'd see him eat the food, and there's a fence between him and us, so it's all fine. But we would, you know, generally see him and just wave over and say, "Hey cat, how you doing?" And one evening, there was an animal that looked like a cat there eating the food, and we naturally assumed it was the cat. And when it looked at us, it wasn't the cat. It was something that was like, something that didn't really look like the cat. It was the possum. And it was just so similar to the cat. It was just a shock to see this, because it's just such a different thing. So it's a bit crazy there. I don't know what it is, Nate. Sometimes when I had this with so many programs, you install them, you use them for the first time. So-and-so wants access to files on your desktop. Is that okay? Yes. How about the external hard drive? Yes. How about your documents folder? Yes. Can I get to work now? And there's like 12 questions. And this is weird on a Mac. It's just, it's bizarre. The difference is the teeth. Raccoons, they are cute, aren't they? They look like bandits. And raccoons also have this shifty look on their faces that they know they're doing something wrong. Something unencouraged. So I think I'm going to go and rejig my layout here. I think assets, I want to have that over here. If that's okay. How is it like here? No, not like there. I just like here. Kind of like... This is going to be really difficult. Can we, like, yeah, like that? That's fine. Something like that. No, something like this. Yeah, we can, kind of. The layers I'd like for that to be on there. That's good. Then in a second tabby thing, I would like texture set lists and that together, and this also together on the same thing. Yes. Like that. This is how I like to work. Because I don't really need to see assets and layers at the same time. I never need to see this. And this is kind of important because it's this huge list of stuff. And I really need to see that at all times. Something like that, maybe. I think this might work for me. Save as. Preferably not in documents. Preferably in something that I should really add to my favorites bar here. So I don't have to go and constantly search for that again. Ideally like this. Can we put that kind of here? Yes, there. That is where I want that. Perfect. And then here we go, make new folder. And this we're going to call shirt. They have their own language, you think? Wouldn't that be cool? Matt, I had the pleasure to work with the Animex wolves this year for a project I was working on, and I animated the wolves from the Unreal Engine marketplace with the game controller so that they could walk around the way we wanted them. And there's like, 10, 15 wolves in this one scene. And that went really well. And the way the developer, what are they called again? IndieCat, exactly, IndieCat. They have wolves and they have like 5 or 6 other animals, and they work really well, remarkably well. It would be great to have a possum like that, a possum being the playable character. And I'm saying that because having the wolf as the playable character was such a pleasure. It was really, really cool. It'd be great to have that as a possum with that face, possum for Unreal Engine 5. That would be so cool. Okay, we've baked it, we've saved it. Now it's time for, I don't think I have any of my materials on here. Do I have something like fabric? There's fabric denim, there's a fabric, let's make this a bit bigger here. Lace, nylon. Nylon. Oh yeah, jersey, cotton jersey. My husband's looking for work in Jersey. Fabric spacer mesh, also nice. Let's try it out. No. Reject, sorry. Tarpaulin. The tarpaulin shirt. I'm unconvinced. How about the nylon? Should we try the nylon? Without, yeah, that could work. Nylon without the other thing underneath. How about that? Without this, also without that. See, I think that could work. Tarpaulin, tarpaulin might be a nice effect to have underneath it, just as an overlay here. I don't know why I like that so much. What does that actually bring to the table? It does this. Oh yes. Interesting. So it's really just the height that we need on that. That would kind of be cool. With and without. I mean, it does do something. It sort of comes out good. I think I might just leave that. I don't really know why it comes out good. There's more that I could have done to this outfit, and I might explain that later in the series, that you add additional pieces here and there. That makes it just look a lot better. I just need some basic textures here. I think this is gonna look great. So we go and use the black mask again. And we use this thing. No, not that thing, this thing. And we use that, and we say this and that. And this. And that. And maybe we'll give it a different color material, I'm thinking. Maybe even just a different color. Like this and that could be just a different color. Could even be the same material here. And the sides, maybe something in yellow. What do you think about the color? Color good? Color might not be bad. Warp and weft, but we can do that separately. What happens if we do that? Oh, there we go. I see. Warp and weft. That's a different one. Ah, sweet. So maybe then just something different underneath then. Maybe something. Or maybe not. Maybe I was actually okay with that default color. Yeah, let's leave the default color. Or the only thing I would probably change is the pattern itself, either the scale. If we make that a bit smaller, like so, that could be good. Or instead of UV projection, we can try planar, and then we can make that a bit bigger again. I think either was working fine for me. Maybe triplanar is more cohesive between this and that. I don't think it's the exact same size. That's something that happens sometimes with the modular configurator. So let's, like, these things seem to be a little larger than those, and in real life they would be the same, wouldn't they? So if we do that and then just do that, now they're the same. So triplanar for the win. All right. Oop. Command S, not Control S. Tarpaulin would be great in the rain. Yes, I totally agree. Mats, you're right. And we have a story already. Yes, so with Banjo, the tragic story was that one day Animal Control, in her absence, came around and decided, well, that cat's 19 years old, it's got this weird growth on its face, and we're going to take him away and put him down. And you think, man, that was not cool. We're not okay with that. This can go away. And I'm thinking I'd like to keep the same pattern here and just give it a different color. I don't think it needs to be something, or should it be something different? What else we got? What's ripstop? Maybe ripstop collar. Is that cool? Yeah, oh my, this is great. This looks bad because it's the other side of the normals, and the underside is going to look great, but the upside isn't. So I might just go into Blender and just recalculate the normals on this, just so that we don't have that problem. But yeah, why don't we do that? Ripstop, and then we go and put the black mask once again on this, and we just want it on here and on there. So imagine this is going to look the same here as it does there, and there's one square it didn't do here. Interesting, Mr. Bond. Same issue with the projection, so triplanar will correct that. Yes, I think I might just do that. Just recalculate the normals. Do we have Blender open? Yes, I like it. This was that shirt with no mats, in fact. Scale, I'll leave that at 1. Was that good? It is now massive, right? We can live with that. That every 3D app needs to have. Oh, seriously? That's the linked pieces, everything here? That can't be. You can't be serious about this, Blender, man. That isn't it. What is the color? This here? Yes, that is the color. Perfect. Yeah, I can see that the textile density isn't fantastic here. Oops. And yes, we can see here, not here, kind of here, as not here, there, no, here, yes, here, not just the statistics, but also the face orientation. Here it is. Yeah, that is not good. So how do we do that again? Recalculate normals. Recalculate outside. Yes, there we go. We're good. We're good now. And this is a Blender bug. I don't know why that is the case. The moment you go into edit mode, it's actually okay, but the moment you come out, it's not. Who knows why? Is it because... No, it can't be. Who knows? So let's go and export that out into... that nomads color fix, and selected only, same scale, materials you don't really have, so boom. So with a bit of luck then in Substance Painter, let me go and just save this here. We should be able to re-import mesh. No, re-import with a different file. Isn't that possible? Project configuration, there it is. Different mesh color fix. There we go. Looks the same. Jay is disappointed. Why does that look the same? Do you think? Mr. Chris, how's it going? Mr. Septitum, how is it going? My goodness. You guys, you are already very much in the future since nearly 4 hours. Well, Happy New Year to you and anyone else who is now, Norm, yes, who's joining us from the future like Jeremy. Happy New Year. What's it like? Tell us all about it. I'm hacking my way through Substance Painter here, just trying to figure out what is happening with the color. I've recalculated the normals, but they still look pretty terrible here. I really don't know why. I really don't know why. Could it be that it's one of the underlying patterns? No. No, it is literally just that. It could be that it's okay once we export that out, so maybe we'll just go and ignore it. Just move on with the buttons. Let's see if we have something like a plastic. Plastic grip. Plastic straight. Plastic composite with speckles in. I don't think it did. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Plastic with speckles in. I love it. This could be good. And then if we go put a black mask on it and just use these. Let's just have a look at the mask. Mask, here, there we go. Just making sure I've selected everything. Yes, perfect. Okay. So that's kind of not bad. We'll probably use triplanar for this as well, and then scale, that could just be that, and then maybe the plastic color is just going to be a little off white here, something like that. Groovy, and that should be texture number 1 done. Oh no, we've forgotten something. These slits at the bottom here, I forgot to add those to the masks. That should be the same color here. There. Haha. Now we got it. Now we got it. Ideally, we could also try a hand at something like a stitch generator, that we just add a few stitches here. That might be something interesting. We're going to save this out just before anything terrible happens. The Deviant is here. Welcome to the future, buddy. The Deviant is saying hello from 2024 already. How is it going? Happy New Year to you too. I'm so glad you could make it. I agree. Those cartoon animals by 3D Universe, fantastic. Absolutely. Deviant, yes, it is. I've made these. I'm making a series right now in which I'm showing how to turn these types of shirts and this whole outfit thing into something you can use in Daz Studio. And I'm at the point where I want to explain how do you need to save this out, that you can share it. And it occurred to me that I haven't done any texture. So I'm thinking I just add some basic textures here. So let's see if we can get the stitches done. How do I do that again? Chris, do you remember how to do stitches? I think we begin, don't we, with something. If we don't want to hand paint them, we begin with just a material. Do we have stitch something? Those are actually brushes, then. So that is not what we want. We've just probably, let me just try this with just with a new white fill layer. I'm thinking. Yeah, those will be our stitches. Maybe they can be yellow, maybe they can be any other color, but I think we put a black mask in this. And let me just go and have a look at just the mask so that I see what's happening. I think also while I'm here. Is this where I want to be now? There is an option. I think over here somewhere where you can change how much the opacity is on that shirt. And that is somewhere. Was it here maybe? Environment settings, camera settings, there we go. Yes, there we go. Well, just a little bit less because, you know, we're okay with just a hint. I think. It's the generator, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's do the generator thing. You will need a needle and some thread to do stitches. Dang, buddy. Thank you, Devian. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's two ways to do it. There's so many ways to do stitches. One thing is you can use the Marvelous Designer feature. That'll work. The other one is that you can paint them literally with a very steady hand, or now with the new path tools as well. You can just set a path. You can do them with Photoshop as well. But there is this simple way that Chris and I were thinking about, which is for lazy guys like us, for use a generator. And that is... that is, don't tell me, here? No, it's in the mask, isn't it? I want to be in the mask, don't I? Film mode. Oh, no, here there's this add generator. Yes, in the mask. Add a generator, and then we go stitch, auto stitch, that's the one. Yes, kind of. I mean, you know, it's getting there. It's a bit much, and it's not exactly the type of stitch I want. But this means you don't have to do so much stitching yourself. That's kind of cool. And it looks like this looks good, but the rest does not. So I can go and paint that out, use a different generator for different parts. Also, do I want to... Did it put stitches on the button now as well? It did, didn't it? That's funny. too funny. Oh, there's so many cool things that you can do with this. So like path position, you can go and move that further in or out. So it looks at the UVs basically, and then puts the stitches there. Stitch size, make them larger or smaller. So it looks like we have, our textile density isn't great. So this is different on this piece than it is on this piece. Stitch width. Stitch length. So there's all kinds of really cool. You can do embroidery with this as well. That's kind of cool. Stitch roundness. Oh yes. Jitter, if you want them less perfect, so it looks like there's a bit more randomness in it. And then what have we got here? This is, what is that? That is, I don't actually know what that is. Custom input uniform color, curvature map. I don't know. So I kind of like the, I think I'm going to do two. I'm going to do two of these. So the first one, I think the inside here, that's already pretty perfect for me. Judge it with the material, and I'm just using white for now. Yeah, actually just there in the middle is perfectly fine, maybe here. But I'm also going to go and raise that up a little. So I'm just using color, and the other stuff I don't really need. Maybe height. Whoops, height. Just make that come out a little, and then all of a sudden we have a stitch. It's kind of cool. Oh yeah, roughness as well. Maybe I'll get a little. So this shouldn't be shiny. Whichever direction that is, unshininess. So now then, and then I can of course change the color of this. Maybe make it. Make it like that. That's nice. The cool thing is it's non-destructive, so if I'm now thinking, well, it just needs to be at a different position here, I can still change my mind. So that's kind of cool. And if I'm really skilled, I can just go and do other things down here. There. Just, you know, paint an X in here or something. I might do that later. Sweet. So that's that. So now I need to go and get rid of the other stitches. And I think I can just paint in the mask directly. Is that correct? It is, isn't it? With that. No, Jay, that is not correct. Are we on the right thing here? It's not a raise. We are, Gina, thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. We are saving every once in a while. Thank you, yes. Add a paint layer to the mask. Chris, this is why you're the man. Add a paint. Does the paint layer go above Auto Stitcher? Yes, it does. Chris is the man, by the way. Chris, you're so good. This is amazing. I like it. I must make sure I don't go too far over this, because otherwise that happens. So let's make sure it doesn't. And then we go... What kind of brush am I painting with anyway here? That is so cool. If I had my Wacom tablet, which technically I have, but I don't have the drivers for the Mac, so I tell you, in the new year, this is all going to get slightly better. My streaming setup, or hopefully it is. Oh, you see, I didn't want to do that. Oh, that comes back. That's good. I like that. Yeah, so I'm going to do this again for the other stitches. You can even, if it's too difficult to paint on the 3D model, you can even go and paint on the UVs. You could go and switch this over to either 2D and 3D view. So then you get this benefit of just being able to paint here. It might actually be a little easier in my case. Or you can just look at 2D. Like in my case, the UVs are relatively easily identifiable. That's not always the case. And with mask painting, you don't really paint with a color. I mean, it might appear like that I'm using an eraser now, but that's not the case. I'm either painting with black or white, and you can change that just like in Photoshop with X. So if I'm thinking, oh, I actually like the stitches, so you just press X, then now you're painting with white, and now you can sort of bring them back, I thought. Okay, I guess it doesn't always work. I know they should have just come back, but guess they didn't. That's fine. And all of that needs to disappear. Oh no, this doesn't. This needs to... That needs to stay, doesn't it? Yeah, that needs to stay. Okay. Just make that disappear. And being able to do this with the mouse, I'm looking forward to that too. So funny. Yes, balanced trackpad balanced trackball and keyboard is not great for 3D work like this. Is that it? Oh yeah, the buttons. Do we want to leave this on the buttons? It's barely noticeable, but it might just add a little bit of a design to it. So I'm kind of okay. I might take the side off here. I don't know. What do you think? Should we leave it? It's a happy accident here, so I kind of like the middle. I'm not entirely sure about the outside. It's fine. Nate says it's fine. You're so right, man. It's fine. It's the design. It's just the design. Seb's fine with it as well. Cool. That's good. I think let's go change this over to 3D only and see what we've forgotten. Yeah, namely these things here. What's happening here? Oh, and then the thing at the bottom here. So we're going to go and make this do this with another stitch generator, and then make those things much smaller, and then make them sort of either a dark red or even a yellow. I think we got them all. The tarpaulin, what was it again? It's the tarpaulin plastic composite ripstop mix. Or nylon, actually, based on nylon. Yeah, you spend so much time. Oh, the generator is so fast to do. Now we need to kind of do this again. Stitches, stitches lapel, I'll call that. These are the buttons. Fabric ripstop, that is collar and lapel. And then this is here just main fabric. And then fabric tarpaulin, this is just for like interesting height effect. Okay, let's do another stitch generator. So fill layer, and we'll call this one stitches main. And in it here, I'm going to go and use, just the color just in white for now. And we'll do height in a moment. So in this, we'll go and add a generator, which is going to be auto stitches, exactly. Yes, almost. Why is everything opaque now? That is bad, isn't it? Did I have opacity on? Why is everything transparent now? Oh, because I didn't add a black mask, did I? Duh. Sorry about that. Black mask first. In the mask generator. Man. Auto stitch thing. Yes. And with that, I think we want this to be much closer to here. There was even a way that if you don't want to use the curvature map for that, there's another way that you can do it, but I've kind of forgotten. You can just put a different image into this and then it'll look at that. But trust me, I have no experience with that. Stitch size, we're going to make drastically smaller. And the length, roundness, jitter it up. I don't really like how this works here, so I might actually just leave them out and just have some on the lapel, because I'm not sure. I think I'm okay with them here, but I don't think I like them anywhere here, to be really honest. And around here, I don't think I need those extra stitches either. So maybe just on the bottom and on the arms, I think I might leave them, and the rest I might just ditch them. Does it? How interesting. Do it. If that is something you think you want to do, go for it. Let's do that then. We'll just remove those and we'll just focus on what they look like here and at the bottom. So maybe a little wider. And also add a little bit of the height here. How about here, roundness, crank that up a little. And maybe not actually a bit too wide. Yeah, I don't know. There's always this thing about you have to maybe make them a little larger so that people can actually see them. If you make them too small, they might get lost. So I think I might just leave that. Maybe it's a bit too much jitter in here. Yeah, maybe that's awesome this way. Color to be decided. I might just make him dark red, perhaps. Pick it from here and then just make him a little darker, a little less saturated. Yeah, just so that you see some interesting feature here, I'm thinking. Reverse engineering clothes, yes, exactly. It's funny how much this is a tool for enjoyment that you can really sink your teeth in, and annoyance at the same time. But if you really take your time with this, it's kind of nice to just just spend time and be. Whoops! What is happening here? Oh, flow, yeah, that needs to be 100%. Oh no, hang on a minute, why does that happen? Why do you think that happens? What's happening on our material? We've got height and we've got color, that's all, but I'm on the paint layer. Is this 100% black? Opacity, spacing. There we go. Ha! Man! That was a little scary. I don't even know what exactly happened. But hey, we fixed it. That's all we need to know. Right. How do you feel about Substance Painter now, Seb? You've done quite a bit with it. Same with Marvelous Designer. Very cool, the efforts that you've made there. That's unbelievable. In a relatively short amount of time. I mean, I have to admit, I think this is my 3rd year using Substance Painter, and I'm now slowly getting into the basics, So anyone who does it with less than a year, I'm always super impressed. What do you think of putting it under the arms, just under here, Should we leave that? Might be an interesting design feature that we just stop under the arms here. Oh, we've got that same problem here again. There. Right, that could be, yes, that could be. Whoops, no. That is not what Jay meant. There, that's what I meant. Yeah, I'm thinking I might just leave them. I might leave them here and then just remove this here. You can always remove more. Once it's removed, you ain't getting it back, man. You've only started 2 weeks ago? Man, that's even more impressive. Yeah, so congrats. That is just impressive, Seb. That's really cool. I think what really threw me about Substance Painter is that I thought, foolishly of course, that it was somewhat of a 3D version of Photoshop. And of course it works totally not like that. And if you watch videos by people who really know what they're doing, they just go, oh yeah, let me just go and put 60 stacks on my layer with 57 masks and 150 generators, and you go, while impressive, it is ever so slightly over my head. What on earth is going on? I'm okay with drag and dropping a material, maybe masking something out. I can kind of wrap my head around that. But the stuff that people do from scratch, you know, is incredibly impressive. And then of course also adding the Substance Designer to the mix as well. Sampler, I gotta say, is my favorite. Sampler is very cool. Taking a 2D picture, giving it that, and it turns it into very, very good 3D material. That's very good. That's a great idea as well. I mean, it gives you unlimited amounts of stuff to make materials from. And then if you understand how to make them procedural, okay, we've got the bottom, we've got the arms. What do you think about the sides? Should we leave the sides here? Stitches on the sides, or shall we just ditch them? Make that plain? Is that a bit too much? Your answer counts. So true, Matt. I can totally agree with that. Sometimes I spend a lot of time, much like in a video game, with these apps, and it was a good session, and I feel exhausted afterwards, but I have nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing. Steampunk Belladonna says erase the sides. Nate says it looks fine to me. Well, it looks like we have a tie. Why don't we? I'm going to go and zoom into this. They do feel large, don't they? Yeah, maybe we can make them a bit smaller. I like that as well. Let me see if I can go and do this here. Start a poll. Shall we keep the side stitches, and we'll just say yes or no. Start a poll. Let me know. I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. You let me know what you'd like to keep. Do you want to keep the stitches on the sides or should we ditch them? And I do agree we're going to make them smaller no matter what. Stay tuned. Looks like we have a winner. It looks like we're gonna go and keep the side stitches. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for voting. 9 people have voted. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys. Very nice. YouTube 144p is not a good look. You can do better than that. There we go. Thanks, YouTube. Okay, but definitely I'm gonna totally agree with you. Get them smaller. Too funny. Auto stitcher, stitch size smaller, and also maybe less wide as well. So make him essentially try to make him look like these guys do, because they look okay here. They just don't look the same on the sides. This is really nice and defined, but this is not here. It's very. It is very, very bad. Maybe less round. And less lengthness. Oh, there we go. Now they look more the same. Still not quite as defined as I'd like them to be. want these stitches on here. Look, some of these are disappearing. I really don't know why that is. Yeah, it looks like I have to keep them at a certain size, otherwise they don't show up properly. Dang! Right, okay, so you're saying this isn't right. Is that what you're saying? I mean, we can always erase one side of it and literally just keep one side. That's possible. That might be an idea. But then what do we do at the bottom here? I'd have to go and paint this in manually. That's a possibility. Hey, I'm leaving it as it is. And we'll move on to the trousers, turning them into tarpaulin trousers. And then the shoes. The shoes are going to be a bit tricky because they have so many materials on them. But let's see if we can get it. I mean, we've got, you know, quite a bit of time to go. I'm going to go leave this for now. And let's start the... No, I totally agree. And thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'm not entirely sure about this myself. But hey, let's go and let's leave it for now. Let me just quickly export those out. With PUR metallic roughness, we can do that in 4K. I don't even know where the default directory for that is. Oh, it's here. That's interesting. Yeah, we can do that. Put it there. Why don't you? Let's see what that looks like in the Daz Studio. Wow. That you've done it already? That's fast, man. That's very fast. And we have everything except for the emissive, right? So emissive we don't really need. This is a nice feature I like about the Mac. You click on something and you press the space bar, and then you go and see stuff. What is that? That's the metallic map. Oh, nice. That's metallic. And then there's normals. Sweet. And we have a roughness map as well. So hey, not bad at all. So nothing on the emissive. And we do have a height map, so we can use that as an emissive map. And sorry, a bump map in Daz Studio. So let's delete the emissive. And copy that out. And put it in fact, let's make it here. Textures. Short, right, like shirt even. And then we do that. And then we do that, do we? You can't paste shirt at this location because you can't paste an item. So I did not do that though, did I? So just saying. Yes, very good. Move to bin. All right. So then in Daz Studio, shall we just have a quick look how that looks in Daz Studio while we're here? This is saved, right? Because I don't want to oversave this necessarily. Let's make these things disappear. I'm not quite ready with that shirt, so there's a couple of adjustment morphs that need to be fixed. But just while we're here, let's do the collar, and then we can do the rest of these things later. And some base color, there we go. Is it? Oh, it's not actually in thingamajig mode. Oh, we don't have filament on here, do we? Huh. Very bad. We don't have filament. My favorite render mode. It's not on the Mac, is it? Oh, nice. Like from scratch? I agree. It is possible to spend 100 hours just on seams. I totally agree. Roughness. Let's go and do that here. Isn't there another mode that we can just do? Hello, that we do like this. Is that? Yeah, that's sort of better. What we're looking for, the roughness. Is that roughness? You rough? Body? No, not that. Let's just go. Let's do list, something like that. List. Yes, yes, I like that. Roughness. That's you. And then I think metallic. This. And then we have roughness here. Didn't I just do roughness? Where did I put the roughness, man? Was it in the diffuse no roughness? That needs to be none, so just that. It was glossy roughness, and that needs to be on. And then metallic, that needs to be on as well at 100. And then we have normal and bump, in fact. Normal. And that's on 1, and then base bump, I'm going to use the displacement here. Height map, rather. And I'll set that to 1 as well. And that's just the color. So we'll go and copy that, putting that on, whoops. Putting that on everything. And then full outfit with temp textures, because they're not in the right place, and we need to, you know, make that clear as well. Yes, interesting, isn't it? How long was that ago, Mats? It's actually a name that I didn't pick. My colleagues gave that to me, or friends and colleagues, because I used to set up so many WordPress websites for myself and other people. Look at that, that's nice. Oh, if ever you needed to reverse the way the mouse wheel behaves in Daz Studio, if that is not to your liking, it's under Window, Workspace, Customize, and then at the bottom here, you go to Dolly, and then you can invert the mouse wheel here. So if that's not the right direction for you, just invert it here. For me, this works, so I'm, you know, because this is how it works in other applications. Hey, this isn't bad, I have to say. This is not bad at all. I mean, it looks exactly like in Substance Painter, and also we don't have color issues anymore, which is quite nice. Only got the CPU for rendering. Man, that hurts. That hurts, man. Do a denoiser alpha, denoiser. Is that a viewport denoising thing available? Somewheres. I thought there was. I guess there isn't. It's fine. It's fine. 13 years ago. Okay. Yeah, so I used to set up a lot of WordPress websites for friends, colleagues, family, and they loved it. And then I started doing that as a service. And eventually I needed a website to put just articles, so I don't have to explain the same thing over and over to all these people and just go and say, hey, I've got an article that explains that, or then eventually I got a video that explains that. And many of my colleagues then came and gave me the the moniker, the WordPress guru. And that's where that came from. And because I wasn't allowed to use that in a website name, I just shortened it to WP Guru. And that's where it started. But of course, I don't really do that anymore. But the WP, then I thought, well, as I did more server admin stuff, it could be web professional. And then eventually now it just means wonderful person, says Julia, which is nice. Oh, thank you, Julia. I appreciate that. Wonderful person guru. That's it doesn't mean anything, but it's a cool brand. I had the brand and I was lazy. I didn't want to set anything else up. So one of those things. Yes, I still use it too. It's a really cool system. I take so many notes for myself, just stuff I don't want to forget with screenshots. And it's really, really easy to do that. It's good, right? Wonderful person guru is, yeah, I thought so. I thought you might like that. Hey, this is great. Let's go and try the same thing on the trousers. I'm thinking we could try the tarpaulin. Tarpaulin trousers. How about that? So puffy pants. And that should be all okay. Yeah, I did save it, didn't I? Has been modified. I'll save it again then. Puffy trousers. See what we can do with stitches there. Maybe I'll just hand paint them. Yeah, so usually what I would do is make the top and the bottom more detailed. And then once you have those additional pattern pieces, you get these really nice normals in Marvelous Designer. So you don't have to export anything else from Marvelous Designer, just the normals. And then import them into here. And then you get these nice creases here. So I might just, I still might do that because it just adds so much to it for the final. But since it's just a bit of a demo how to deal with textures. Tarpaulin, there we go. Fabric tarpaulin, that is awesome. Let's just use that on here. In fact, let's not just yet. First of all, let's go bake this thing. Bake anything except for ID map because we don't have it. Bake, come on. Wonderful person guru, exactly. My neighbors are having a good time. That's good. That is great. In the party mood. Hey, look, this looks almost like especially with these stretchy things, it almost looks like kind of a snake leather or something. Maybe we can find something like that. And the blue, hey, that doesn't look bad at all. Let's try this with tri-planar. I mean, wow. That's just a little bit less shine and we're almost there. Color, debatable. We can't even make it white and then just let users do the color in Daz Studio. This is great. I love it already. Fabric tarpaulin. Why not mess with the color just a little bit, make it slightly darker, less saturated. I'm already in love. This is great. That is fantastic. And I think the only thing I would maybe do differently here, I mean, let's keep this in mind. Let's see if there's also something like a snake leather, reptile skin. Now that's something interesting. Let's try reptile skin. Not so much for the color, but certainly for the effect. That might be good. What I do enjoy, what I do enjoy about the tarpaulin here, not looking at this for a moment, is just this wrinkle effect. That is nice. So even if we end up not using the color, just the height and that effect is great. And then, scale is already... Yeah, indeed. But I think blue is kind of nice. This tri-planar, and then definitely make the tiling ever so slightly smaller. Oh, okay. Well, that's a bit too small, isn't it? So I can see it now. Oh, Mats, that is so cool to hear. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate that. It's awesome, isn't it? I'm really enjoying this as well. And this is nice to hear that. It's nice to hear. Yes, 2024. I have a really good feeling about it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. What's the consensus on the reptile skin here? I mean, you know, color notwithstanding, it could be if we just make this something along the lines of blue, like a dark blue, I'm thinking. What's the other color? Leather color in, oh, that. Oh, yes. And then maybe just dim down the height just a little bit. Height and then the roughness. Oh, there's also tiling. We can also do rotation. That's also not bad, but also, you know, weird. Yes, height. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Tiles. Let's see what smaller things look like. Whoops! It always wants to do that. Smaller. I can maybe 7. There's also hardness. I wonder what that is. Oh yes, I see. It's like the cracked effect. Also not bad. And let's do height. So height, I think that's under here. So base color, you switch it over to height, and then this value, you tone that down, and eventually you don't have height anymore. So just make it a little bit subtle here. And now I'm thinking we need the color to change a little bit, make it a bit darker again. Now that we have less shadow. I gotta say, that isn't bad. Let me see what happens with the height, with the roughness here. Make that less rough. I can't see the difference. Yes, exactly, reflection, yeah. It's almost like it doesn't really go away all that much. Ideally also what I'd like to do, and I don't know where I would do that, just move where this thing happens. I just move it slightly over to the left and right. I don't think, is that, we do that here? Yes, that is how we do that. That is how we do that. Oh, ooh. That is how you do that. I didn't know that. This isn't bad. I think the only thing, so I'm not going to do stitches on here. The only thing I might turn into something of a somewhat different color is this top bit here and the bottom parts. I might just go and leave it either the same material or just turn it into, use this material here. And then a different color. Both of these things together, just checking out, is that a cooler effect here? Yes, it is. So that's kind of neat to have that in here just for the interesting effect that we just go and duplicate that to the top here. And we're going to call this one interesting height effect. And then I'm going to go and not use color here or roughness or metallicity. It's just about the height, because that's a nice little effect here. What's normal wise happening? Nothing much. Let's leave that out then. Interesting height effect on both accounts. That's happening overall. And this one here, we just need to make that a black mask. and then go and use this and that, and we'll just go and take this and that and this and that. Better this and that, eh? And that is that. Then we'll use this same thing. We'll go and put black mask on here, and that we just want to have this at the top, and then that at the bottom, and then have it as a, I'm thinking just like a black. It doesn't need to be blue. Or like a darkish sort of gray. The black might be a little much. We can make it, just give it a really dark blue. Let's just have it, you know, like that. I'm thinking, since I do like the tarpaulin effects, I might just tone it down a notch and just make the tiling a little smaller. And I might also just give this a black mask, just so that this is only on these pieces and not on the top, just because I like this sort of wrinkle feel here. There. Yeah, I don't want the top and bottom doubled up with that effect. And then I can also play with the, come on buddy, play with that height effect a little. Save, yes. Save, come on, let's do saving. Height, and then one other thing. Maybe a bit more shiny that. At the same time, maybe not. And save, yes, I totally agree, my friends. Let's go save it out. These are the Puffy pants. Hey, nice. I'm looking forward to the texture expansion already for a separate $18.95, of course, in the sale. More injuries caused by splinters than over-exercising. This is good. These are the pants. This is nice. Let's go and export those textures out as well. Actually, we could just go and find that this is the worst dialogue ever. I think PBR metallic roughness is what we're using, isn't it? Metallic roughness, yes. And then I'm just going to go and remove myself the emissive map here. And in the normals, what are we using here? We're using DirectX. That's technically not correct. I think what we should be doing is using OpenGL here. Or is it this way, that over here? I don't know how to do that. Dang! Okay, undo. How about cancel? I've forgotten how to do that. There was a way to do this. Maybe no one's going to notice. PBR metallic roughness, not from cache, but just from, you know, from original. And then we're okay. I forgot how to do it. Oh, a different size. Sorry, 2K Not good. Let's go 4K. There. Fantastic. So this is that. We've got nothing metallic. That's good to know. Let's call this Puffy Pants and move over here. In fact, don't worry about metallic. Move to bin. There we go. Is that everything really? Color, height, roughness. Shouldn't that be something else? I feel like there should be something else. Didn't we have color, height, metal, normal? Yeah, how about the normals? Where are the normals now? Oh, this one's just called RGB. Man, I think I've loused this up. I think I may have just loused up the preset here. PBR metallic roughness. Let's use from cache. Let's try that again. I think I could also, I think, just go and reopen it. Yes, that's actually the sane thing to do. As Chris always said, that's what Clever Me would have done. But Clever Me didn't come today. Clever Me stayed in bed. Dang. Gotta basically reinstall Substance Painter. It's the only way. Let's see if it comes back if I just go and reload it. That's a good sign. Textures. That we want to do 4K. List of exports, we now have everything we want and we're just gonna go totally ignore everything. Courtesy of Mr. Chris Cox. Let's give Chris a shout out. Exclamation mark. Chris will take care of that. Chris streams 6 days a week. That is quite a commitment. But he's extremely productive, I gotta say. Over 80 products on his stores, and that's only in the last couple of years. That's fantastic. That's a phenomenal output. Keep it up in 2024, buddy. So let's go and use those things instead. Might as well just delete all of these. Whichever shortcut that is on the no, that's fine. Oh, Dropbox, you know, I gotta tell you, Dropbox on the Mac, not a pleasure. When Apple Silicon was introduced, Dropbox admitted to the fact that they had a problem updating their client so that when you double click a file that isn't online, it would just go pause for a second, download it, and then make it available to the application. They couldn't make that happen, and now offline files appear as 0 kilobyte files, and this mechanism doesn't get triggered that the file needs to be downloaded when you need it. Funny enough, it's been almost 2 years now, and they still haven't fixed it, and that's crazy. They just tell you, well, you know, it's kind of, we don't really, it's kind of at the below the bottom of our priority list, and we're kind of thinking of working about it maybe at some point in the perhaps future, maybe. And we were like, you've had so many years of time to like do that. What are you? What's so problematic about this? And it's just one of those things. We're ever so slightly disappointed with Dropbox, us Mac users at this point. Just saying. I really like Dropbox. But get your act together, brothers and sisters. We didn't have metal, did we? No. Didn't we have metallic? Glossy, however. Glossy roughness. Check it out. And then also make glossy roughness 1. Bump map. I think we have both, don't we? We've got the normal, normal, and then we have the bump, and that we need to go to set to 1. Well, no way. Did I just save it and Daz Studio crashed on me? I think it did. Damn. Yeah, you get that. It's, you know, it's weird because otherwise there's such an incredibly good service, and what really set Dropbox apart from all the other 60 billion cloud services out there was their desktop client, and the fact that you could get Dropbox on every operating system and it would just work, and it would work incredibly well, including LAN-sync. So that's the other thing, that those of us with multiple computers, OneDrive, we don't want to go and drag everything to and from the internet. If we do have a 10 gig connection between two computers, use that when available. But that's something that Microsoft don't sort out, that they don't give us LAN-sync. And they think, yeah, well, we get that. We're just not implementing it. It's a bit like, you know, Adobe in Substance Painter not implementing merging texture sets on export. Yeah, we get that. We're just not implementing it because we have other ideas of how you, users, should be working. And it's a bit of a problem because you can't do anything about it. Welcome to your world. It's crazy, isn't it? What's happening with your new computer there? Are you at a point where you can actually use it? I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Outfit with temp textures, that's it. Good thing I pressed the save button before I started rendering, huh? Oh no, I didn't do that. Clever me would have done that. But clever me is already half drunk under the table with that Moet Chandon. Which is chilled already and being served in 1 hour. Ooh, I like it. Oh, hang on a minute. It's in here still. Base that, glossy this, glossy almost, bump, everything. Fantastic. Yes! Here we go. Crazy pants. I can't quite believe we've together made that happen. You're still building it. How long, Deviant, is this going to take? Are you going to make it in 2024? I mean, we've had this discussion 2022 about your computer, man. This is 5 a.m. I'm joking. 5 a.m. Yeah, that sounds like you should be going to bed. Thank you so much for hanging out, Seb. And thank you so much for your support over the years. I really, really appreciate that. Wonderful that we can chat this way. And I'm so glad you're having fun with Substance Painter as well. Have a good night's sleep and I'll see you anon. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hey, funky trousers. This is cool. This is great. Let's now, perhaps, do shoes. Yeah, forget Mass Effect. Let's not play Mass Effect. Let's do this. Sometimes I'm really in the mood for 3D stuff. Sometimes I'm really not. And this is kind of tickling me on so many different levels, like on a Mac with PC peripherals using 3D apps. I haven't done that in such a long time because my other Mac was just too old for that. Mac Mini from 2012. And now let's go do this in 2K as well for viewport. And we're using the boots. I think they don't have UDIMs. Do I think correctly though? So let's make those boots look great again. This goes, and we'll go do a bit of baking here. I can't remember. Purple is all right, isn't it? It's just I think red is not so good. Let's make that in 4K. The size of our maps. Do some curvature and stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, Kiwi told me something. His water cooler fans, all of them, stopped working with his, I think it's a Ryzen PC that he has. And it was terrible. I mean, poor guy, he can't do, almost couldn't do 3D anymore. Thankfully, he had an older system that he could use. But yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, no, absolutely. You don't want to screw that up. Hey, sometime in 2024, you're going to enjoy a really cool computer. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So I don't know if I have the right assets for this, but I'm looking for leather suede, organic flesh. That's a good thing. Flesh boots, organic bone, paint brushed, paint cracked. Well, how's that related to suede? Oh, leather suede. That's kind of cool. I think might be. How about any other leather? Leather grain, leather skin, leather suede. I mean, we've got so many materials on here. Let's try leather suede and then go out to... I mean, the color aside... Yes, look at that, triplanar for the win. And also... smooth shaded, we don't have that here. That could be a leather part. And then just make it something like brown or slightly darker. Or blue, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling the vibes, man. It's a good possibility. And then, of course, with not everywhere, but just here, you know, here, and then I suppose here and there. And the rest would be like different stuff. Let's see what the Substance website has to offer here in the marketplace. Yes, Adobe, indeed. Let's have a look. Oh, I could even do that, right? And then just go put this over to here. Let's do that. Surfaces, I guess. Suede leather. Ooh, see? Possibly better things. $95 degrees. That is a bit. That is a. Yeah, I mean, what CPUs are they? I mean, I know that my CPUs under load. There's Xeons. They can get pretty hot as well, but 90. Oh yeah, it's a bit much. This is something I gotta really say about Apple, about them doing Apple Silicon. I think this is the reason why they did it, because neither Nvidia nor AMD nor Intel have their temperatures under control. They waste so much power that just gets turned into heat. You can really see that the architecture is outdated. Heat was never such a problem, but they have to get the cooling to a point where, just so that they can get the performance out, they just run the processor so hot that it's just barely usable on anything with batteries. And this is why the Mac Studio runs at a maximum power draw, and I'm saying maximum. Studio Ultra maximum power draw is under 400 watts, and that's crazy because the thing, I'm rendering 4K videos out, the thing doesn't even get warm. I'm playing No Man's Sky on it on a Mac, which is like unthinkable, and the thing doesn't even, like, CPUs like 10% usage, CPU GPU usage 10% usage. The thing is a monster, and it does this without the power draw that Intel, Nvidia, and AMD do. And that is really how they get their 18-hour battery life on a thing that is so thin, like the remote control out of it. So they're doing something right. And yeah, that's kind of, I think heat really is an issue, both with Nvidia and Intel and AMD. Yeah, so they're already, basically that means they're admitting that 100 degrees, that's fine. It's not about the thing melting. It's just about the amount of power it just takes to get that. You know, it is totally ridiculous. Like on my laptop, my PC laptop, I'm watching a YouTube video and it's getting so hot that on battery, I can use it an hour and a half. That's insane. I mean, you know, what am I going to do in the field if I ever needed battery on that? It's crazy. It's so hot that I can barely put it on my lap. It's okay if I don't do anything with it. It's fine if it renders. I can see why that is, you know, why that is taking a lot of heat. Here's something like this. That would be nice. Something with randomization stuff in there. Worn cowhide leather. Now that might be interesting. Because, you know, it's distressed and stuff. Yes, that's what your shoes look like. In brown. Damaged, dark brown, damaged. Yeah, like this. This might be nice. Send that to the app. The substantial painter. Ooh, metallized sheep leather. Metallized frog leather, man. There's some good stuff here. Painted horse leather. There's this one, worn Tiju leather. That would go with the pants. Oh, interesting. Crab leather. I'll have a look. Calfskin leather. That might also work. No, that's not going to work. They have some really cool textures, I have to say. Worn lambskin. There was one bit further up I didn't quite test. Was it here? Deer leather, calfskin leather. Mouldy pig leather. My God, yes. That is, it's got mold on it. I mean, duh. Oh, look at that with spots. We're testing that as well. Let's go test the first one here, because that happens to be selected. Let's try the cowhide leather first. Ooh, okay. That looks more like flesh leather. Let's do triplanar. Yeah, I'm not sure. Even with different tiling method here. Although less height. Righty, a bit of less height here. And less shininess. Then it doesn't look like leather anymore, though, does it? Doesn't it look like leather, that? Actually, we need more roughness. It's too shiny. Let's try this then here. It looks rusty, right? Yes. Crab leather. I don't know why people don't have crab leather. It's just so bad, isn't it? Mouldy pig leather. Come on. Okay, let's not judge it by this look. Let's judge it by this look. It's not a good look. Clearly. Yeah, judge it by this look, Nate. It's not great. But also, I mean, maybe I'm not sure. Should we blend it, perhaps? Blend it with the thing underneath it. They do look particularly terrible, I have to say. Less height. And I think also there might be some presets in here. So pick color to select and apply. Mouldy red brown leather. Let's do brown. That's brown. And then we have red leather. Oh, also nice. And then we have green leather. I like it. It's just this part I don't enjoy. So maybe UV projection is the way to go. You know, maybe we found a shoe leather. What do you think? Too funny, Nate. I'm thinking green. Just make that a bit darker. I think this might be, we might be onto something here. And then we go and use, for this and that, we can use the kind of a regular leather. And we're going to use rubber for the bottom. And then these things, they'll be metal. This is metal here. And then we need some kind of lace material and something fluffy for the inside. Yeah, something fluffy for the inside. Hey, this is good. I like it. I like it. Let me go and just save this before anything untoward happens here. Mouldy pig leather boots. It's gonna be a hit, I can tell. Crap wool to go with the crap leather, huh? I like it. I like it. I like it. So maybe we'll try. I don't think I'm going to use the. Is this a material we can use? Nah, no, let's not use that. This leather suede. Let's go delete and put it back in from here. And then just use this and that and this. And then we'll use it. that might not be fantastic here. Top shiny suede. Yellowish rough suede. Do you know, it could almost pick up the color from these spots here. And then cyan rough suede. Man. I'm saying no to all these possibilities. Fiberglass made from crab shells. You know, I think you're onto something. I would put that patent in right away. I think, I don't know, is this close enough or this close enough? Let's try that. Is that good? No, I'm not entirely sure. I'm currently not seeing it. It's a palette I don't quite see just yet. What would go with that? How about we go and try to pick up the green then here? I can see it more. Too funny. My God, nearly half an hour to go. This is exciting. This is what we could try our stitch generator again, just to get the outside some stitches here and this bit here. That might be good. Oh, there's also this bit at the back. I might have that also be that. And then the top bit here and the bottom, let's see if we can turn that into something like rubber. Yeah, okay, base material. I shouldn't have deleted that. I don't even know how to get that back. Oh, that is so bad. Maybe with this? No, not with that. With this? No, also not with that. The base material, smart materials. Is that it? Rubber. Plastic grip rubber raw. No. I'm thinking of something like distressed rubber. Something, you know, not so much a tire. But, you know, something a bit more with, you know, with body, not tire. Rubber tar running track. Oh dear, that might be nice. Let's try that. Sent to substantial beta. Worn tire rubber. I should be able to say something rubber, omit tire. Or maybe this one, a fantasy gradient dots worn tire rubber. That might be cool. Let's try that. I mean, you know, next. Where you at, buddy? There we go. Tire rubber things. Rubber tar running, what's it? Yes. No. I mean, almost, actually. And if we just say black mask just on here. And actually here. Do we catch everything? Yes. Yes. Almost. Because, you know, they're worn boots and stuff. Yeah, then this is where UV projection isn't going to work, but try planar. Come on. Amazeballs. That's it. Save. Let's pick out some metal. I mean, I could put something that makes these, put some blemishes in there, but I think I might not do that. I'm just, you know, I'm happy that that kind of goes together. Let's put metal on here and then some kind of string material on here. Oh, maybe also the rubber. I could also go on the top here, I'm thinking. Right? Yes. And then here the leather suede. I think that should also be on the inside of these tonguey bits here. This and that. Das and it, eh? And what have we got? There's something white in here. I don't know what that is. Is that the inside here? Yes. No. That isn't. Let's not do that. There. That's going to be the white fluffy bit that we're going to find as well. The bottom seems to be taken care of already. Perfect. I like it. Onto metal. Something metal. Metal brushed, perhaps. Metal galvanized. Metal sandblasted. Metal polished. Yeah. The golden shoes. There we go. Nate, I totally forgot to ask, which time zone are you in again? Your midnight is an hour after our midnight, right? Is that right? 2 hours? I forgot now. I think, Nancy, you're 3 hours, right? You're MDT. Okay, cool. 2 hours. Gotcha. That's 2 hours between us and you. So I'm basically in the future. I get to experience the new year an hour before you do. That's exciting. And Nancy, you're 3 hours behind EST, right? I think, if I remember. This is nice. I think I want to leave these. This is going to be a material option. West Coast, all right. Yes, time travelers. Like Kiwi and Deviant, they've already had almost the whole day by this time. It's crazy, isn't it? All right, so this is going to be, let me go and switch to the mask so I can see this a little bit better. Good thing I only have to do this on one shoe. I find this way of selecting materials, even on relatively complex objects, so much, whoops, easier than doing it with ID maps. I mean, here it's problematic now because we do have an inside and an outside. But if the UVs are properly set up, ID map is so messy. Especially if you have that information there already. And again, if ever Substance Painter would go and acknowledge Material Zone as a method of baking your selection bits and pieces from it, we can but hope. I had almost given up hope that we're ever going to see paths, and they've given us that, so I was probably a little bit more involved implementing it than you and I had perhaps thought. There is a way to select these things in Blender and then turn those vertex selections into vertex color. It's not an automated process though. And that is fairly accurate as well. So in Blender, it would have been easier to just select one of these things and they would be, it would have taken all the geometry But being able to do this directly inside Substance Painter is kind of cool. I think I've got everything. Oh no, here, this side. Okay, is that it? Let's say that's it. Let's say that's it. Gold together with that green. I mean, I'm not entirely sure about the color, but hey, it's a texture. It's going to work well. Oh, this here, what is that going to be? That's also going to be metal, isn't it? Should that be metal, you think? Or should that be something else, like another type of plastic, you think? You don't notice when you get blood on them. Oh my god, Nate. True. True that. And this here, that should be metal. But this, should this be metal as well? Should be leather. I feel like it needs to be sort of a... Yeah, maybe it could be like this material here. Actually, we have this material here, so it needs to be something different. Maybe it could just be... I could just use the same rubber material as I have on here. Yeah, exactly. Make the design cheap. Let's make this metal then. So that's all metal. And this, yeah, let's see if we can find something like a plastic. Carbon fiber, yeah, I can see that working well. Yeah, carbon fiber it is. That's awesome. Yeah, sweet. It's special kind of material. So we need something fluffy on the inside. Actually, I might go and start labeling some of these things so I don't that thing at the back, because we really don't know what to call that. Then we have metal polish, that's fine. Rubber tar, that's the sole. Then we have leather suede. Actually, leather suede. And then we have moldy pig leather. Perfect. That's that. So something for the string. Maybe there's something like twine material. Or like a... Well, if I type lace, then we get something like fabric lace. Oh, maybe that's it. Fabric lace. No, different lace. That's not what we meant. Let's see if there's something like shoelace. Does that exist? In surfaces, ideally. Or just surfaces, perhaps. Tinsel. Sheepskin inside. Yes, I like that as a fluffy bit, right? I think, yeah, as a fluffy bit, I'm in for that. Tinsel. Does that exist? No. See, there's a gap in the market, Nate. You should bring tinsel to the substance store. Look at that. They've got their own marketplace now. With little FBXs and stuff. That's very cool, isn't it? And there's even little space people and stuff. So cute. What else could we even call that material? A shoelace. What is a shoelace made of? Rope. There we go. Money for old rope. Something like that. Old jute rope. Yeah, exactly. And there we go. Climbing rope. I think I have that already. What's in my trusty... Why do I not have that? That's terrible. Rope nothing, man. Smart materials. Come on. That's bad. Yeah, that might work here. Climbing rope. Let's go send that over. Copper rope cable. Yes. Yes. Stylized rope spool. Eh. Climbing rope in... I'm sure we can find... Oh, really? I have to select every single part of the rope? That hurts, man. No, not like that. That hurts. Any other ropey things? Yeah, this is also rope, isn't it? This doesn't look bad, actually. The clean white rope. Now that is probably a bit better. And then we just go and give it a little tint, perhaps. Yellow used rope. That has the randomization thing. And vintage rope. Yeah, no. Clean white, I'm thinking. And we'll just go make that a little more blendy-inny here. Pattern color 3 I think we're not using. Maybe just make that a bit darker still. And then maybe use that. And maybe use that. No, don't do that. Yeah, this should be the same sort of color. There we go. So not fantastic. But I think maybe good enough for now. What do you think? Or should it be black laces rather? What do you think? Oh, really? Oh, yes. Well spotted, Nate. You have a good eye. I'm thinking maybe it should be something like more darker type stuff. I didn't know they had pickers right here. I mean, I'm okay with a little bit of randomization, but too much is too much, you know what I'm saying? So hey, not fantastic, but I think this could be good. If we needed some, so we need the white fluffy bit on the inside. Climbing ropes, and these are kind of the laces here. Hot neon pink, but yeah, I get you. Maybe there'll be a texture expansion. So fluffy bits on the inside. See, what do we look for? Fluffy bits. Fluffy bit, nothing comes up. So, did you say sheep something? Fluffy sheep stuff. Anything fluffy. Fluffy's not on the store, man. That's bad. Sheep, we're thinking of, ooh, cracked sheep leather. Now that looks great. Mouldy sheep leather. So didn't we try that out? I think fluffy is difficult for 3D apps. Sheep leather trellis quilt. That might be nice. Something like sheep leather robin quilt. Or this even, rib quilt. Dragonade's mom. Fuzzy hot pink for the inside. You got it. We'll do that. I think here maybe this at the right size, or this even. If we take the roughness down, and then it'll be, you know, it's just, I like the pattern here. Diamond quill, let's try that. And turn that into hot pink. You got it. Wonderful to see you, by the way. Good to know that you're here. You know, hang on. Yes, better. triplanar. And this and that needs to have the same stuff. And then we go into, we do the this. Yeah, look, see that sort of pattern, maybe even smaller. And then we're going to see what are the satin, glossy brown, glossy white. Satin. And glossy brown we had. Okay, so I'm thinking if we start with the glossy white and then just turn that into pink. Because I think that's a really, really nice contrast. If we find the right pink. I'm thinking you've got something there, Dragonade's mom. This is great. Look at that. This is good. I like it. I'm sold on the idea. Makes me wonder if we should match the laces. Because the laces, I mean, as nice as the brown is, I might just go and copy that. We can call that one brown laces. And then just make that invisible and just go and try that again with, you know, hot pinkness. Because I think, why not? Just because the contrast is really cool. Haha! Now we got the pink on the outside and the inside. I'm not entirely sure about the contrast between the... I like the Mouldy stuff, but I think it going into green isn't... You know, I'm thinking... Way to go, Dragonade's mom, exactly. Yeah, I'm thinking, now that we have that red, I'm thinking we should turn the green slightly less yellow, perhaps. Let us wait, that's this. Yeah, let's start with that. Just see if we can just correct the color. Just go away from the yellow a little, and I'll try the same thing here. I might even try the same with the metal. So it's currently a golden color, so we're going to make that probably more distinctly metal. Like that, see? Just so that the yellowness is out of that a little bit. And the sole, I'm okay with the sole. I'm just thinking maybe it needs to be a little darker. I think there might actually be two materials involved that make the color. Color 1, yes, and color 2 here. So color 2 also comes down a bit. Okay, and then the metal polished here. Metal type, oh nice, aluminium. It's actually spelled aluminium, that's quite nice. Bronze, cobalt, yes. I was just looking for that in No Man's Sky. It's true, doesn't it? It does look like a small child had an accident. I'll see if I can blend those dots in a little bit. Cobalt, copper. Everyone always needs copper in every game. Gold, iron. Then there's, of course, nickel. and platinum. And, oh nice, silver. Titanium. Yeah, titanium. That's not gonna... Do they have tungsten? And zinc. I don't know. How about custom metal? Oh no, that doesn't look great. Maybe pink. That'd be good. I think I'm gonna leave it cobalt. Cobalt's nice, and maybe I'll add... just more shininess to it. And once this is smooth, it's going to look, that whole edgy look's going to go. Okay, so the moldy pig leather. We've got grain scale. Oh, medium, large. Oh, and of course small. Oh. Kind of got used to the medium scale. Wrinkles intensity, grain intensity, moldy leather filter. There we go. Mold color 1 and 2. So if we just make that a little darker, I think I like the color. I just want to make it a bit, just blend it in a tad. And then the second one, same idea. I think we've got it. Seriously good stuff, right? I think we've got it. We've got it. With 10 minutes to go into the new year on the Eastern Standard Time. This is great. Let me just go and export that. See what that looks like in Daz Studio. So we've got two types of laces here. I think the brown ones, I'm going to go and discard them because I'm really digging the pink ones. Yeah, brown laces, Gonski. Perfect. This is great. Export to textures. Output directory. We kind of had that here, didn't we? Just go and make sure that is all in the bin. And I think, they're perfect. And then let's make sure we're going with good old 4K map here in PBR. I like it. Export. Come on. Good stuff. So then we go and make that the moldy boots, puffy pants, moldy boots, and the Raglan shirt, I should call it. Everything except for the emissive. And tidy up after myself. Okay, a little bit of Daz Studio fitting. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me all this time. This is really funky. It's been nice to do this. They're not rigged, but let me just go and quickly do that because then we can just go and remove the poke through here. It's a fairly easy process. Assets, transfer utility on the Mac. That is kind of cool. From Genesis 9 to the boots with footwear template. Let's do that. So this turns it into a fitted figure, and once it is a fitted figure, I can go and tell the boots to to hide the feet. So let me just go make the boots invisible here. With Genesis 9 selected in the geometry editor. That needs to be here, and that can be down here, and that can be down here. We can go and find, just select the feet, like left foot, and then left toes here. And then in addition, there should also be right foot and right toes. And then with that selected, I can say geometry assignment, set auto hide faces for attachment. And then it'll ask what figure are we talking about. I'm saying the boots, meaning if the boots are fitted, the feet will disappear. And it'll know that. Let me go switch over back to this. So now when I go make them visible again, nothing happens and the feet still poke through. But if I go and fit boots to none just temporarily, and then refit them to Genesis 9, feet are hidden. That's cool. And now they fit properly without me having to make major adjustments here. Yeah, there we go. Feet are definitely hidden. Very good. So then, boots only, they only have one material zone, and that doesn't have such a great name. It's just called wire something. I'll just call that shoes. And then base color. Mouldy boots. That's going to be base color. Yes, definitely. Meta 662. Happy, almost happy, depending on where you are. Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us 5 minutes before midnight on Eastern Standard Time. Good to see you. Good to see you. Do you know, yes, it is only good for skin materials. I think it's, I don't know what a professional type of tool, how professional it is. I've bought it. I haven't had a chance to try it out. I did play around with a Real-Illusion tool called Headshot, and I've played with wrap, faceform wrap, and they're really exciting. And it'll be interesting to see how, we need to go and fix this, of course, here, how face transfer will hold up to that. Do we have smoothing modifier on the boots? I don't think we have. Just while I'm thinking, no, there isn't. So let's do both actually. Let's do. Good question though. So I'm gonna have a look at that in 2024. Geometry convert sub D. So that gets that edginess away there. I thought, at least. I thought maybe it doesn't. Oh no, there's another thing that we probably have to do on the boots, on the surfaces, just while we're here. A smooth shaded is already on. Yeah, I was kind of hoping this hardness would go away a little bit, but hey, that's fine if it doesn't. Oh my god, 3 minutes to go. This is exciting. Can we do this? Can we do this before the year is out? We got diffused. Let's go put metal on this. Metallic, switch it on. And then we have glossy roughness. We can do this, we can do this. Roughness. Switch it on as well. And then we have a bit of bump. Normal map. Check it out. And displacement. That'll be height. And that needs to be switched on as well. Then we save. Very important. And then we'll have a quick render. Oh my god, and then it's midnight. And then it's 2024. Man. Come on, iRay, do your thing. Well, I mean, not bad at all, huh? For stuff we've cobbled together here, I'm just going to make Genesis invisible because we do want to see the inside. Thanks to Dragonade's mom's suggestion about make it a hot pink on the inside. I love it. Now these are good shoes. Mouldy pig leather shoes. This is great. Hey, this is awesome. Yeah, we need to do one little correction more here, don't we, when we go and bring the figure in. Let me see if a smoothing modifier will correct this. It might do. It might do. Edit object geometry, add smoothing modifier. And then on that, yeah, it probably needs just a fit adjustment. Yeah, smoothing modifier doesn't work great. You can probably make 10 adjustments here, 10 iterations, and then set that to generic. And it'll... Oh, there we go, the fireworks! Oh my god! Happy New Year, everyone on the Eastern time zone! That is so cool. This is what a privilege to celebrate the new year with you, and new shoes. Pig leather shoes. Yeah, let's do a quick fit adjustment here. I'm not convinced on the smoothing here. I'm not convinced at all. It's just a little quick fix. Can we do this in... Is GoZ installed here? A ZBrush is installed. I don't know if... GoZ is installed on the Mac. I don't think it works on the Mac, actually. Or maybe Blender is our only hope. Let's do it. Let's do it quickly. We already have G9 base, so that's fine. We just go and export the boots. Boots fit, I'll say 100. I'll say this, I'll say that. Happy New Year, Miss Julia. Let's clink them glasses. Very good, very good. What are you all clinking with? This is a big momentous occasion. There's fireworks and everything. I can hear them. This is so nice. This is so nice. Let's go bring in a new scene. And what a year 2023 has been, huh? I have to say. It's been crazy good. Split we don't want to do. Whoops. That is relatively large. We don't have the boots on the desktop though, do we? Should have done it with a Blender scale, but that's cool. Happy New Year, Mr. Chris. You clink with my throat and add a paper cup. Like 5 a.m. where meta is. Wow, okay. And now everyone's gone to bed already. Okay. Right? Isn't it a great new year? This is great. I'm so glad you're here. That's fantastic. Boot fit. Scale 1 and... Yes, there we go. Perfection. So I don't have that mirror modifier on it anymore. I could delete one shoe, but I could just be, and I think I will be, a little bit sneaky and just leave that as it is. And oh look, did I do this in high res? They were high res, weren't they? Oh yeah, let's go do this again. No, it's fine. No, we have to do it in high res, in base res. Boots, mesh resolution, base. Boots fit, yes, let's do it. Yes, let's do it. And both Mac and Daz Studio are asking me that. That's cool. Sleeps instantly. Yeah, exactly. I love it. Import this. Boots, yes. Much smaller. Yes. Excellent. So I'm gonna leave the mirror thing as it is. Actually, I can go mirror this here, can't I? And then we'll go do this. Get a bit of transparency going here. And maybe I'll just go and do that. X doesn't really... Does that work? If I go and do GX, does that... Oh yeah, it works. Cool. So I can do that. That's nice. Bit of this. Whoops. That's not quite what I meant. Grab these sort of faces, you know, actually maybe just paint them like that. Wow. This is great. It's a bit of a hack, so I could just make the top a bit wider as well. Maybe I'll try that. Just make it a little bit wider overall here. Whoa, what's happened here? That's bad. Why did it do that? It's the mirroring, I think. It's totally the mirroring. Wow, I have to do that again. That's bad. I just wanted to improve fit. I think I'm just going to go and make the top a little bit better. Let's try that again. Yes, absolutely. It's fireworks in Miami Beach. Exactly right. Do you know, I have it. I have Blacksmith. It's not a bad program, I have to say. I just never really warmed up to it, in all honesty. But it is something that the professional Daz texture artists still use on a regular basis. So, because it's kind of the only program that does... Come on, buddy. Yeah. That does what it does the way it does it. So there's nothing quite like it, which is interesting, isn't it? Yeah, this way. That's the boot. And I'm going to go and, so considering that the pants need to go and fit in as well, this is going to give me that little gap that I'll need to make that happen later. Grab that and do the same thing. Shift the S, Shift Z to make the whole top a little bigger so that that leg over there fits. And then I think I'm just going to go SX, just make that a little wider. In fact, also here, GX over here. Perfect. There we go. Might do that here as well. It's Alt to select one of those. Set some, come on, buddy. There we go. And then we say GX and just move that ever so slightly further over here. There. I think that is our boots fit. Oop. Quickly export that. Boots fit with selected only. And with a bit of luck in Daz Studio, I should be able to use Edit, Object, Geometry, Update Base Geometry, Update with Thingamajig from File, Boots Fit at, I think, scale 1. Does it? It did work, but where's my textures? Quick, let's save it. Might have to put the textures back on. Maybe it just swapped them out. Could be because it changed the material as well. Ah, yeah, exactly. Symmetry, that's right. Symmetry with proportional editing. I think that may have been my problem. That may have been my problem. Oh, and the material name changed here, so that's why. Oh, and also, no, actually, the whole material setup changed. That is crazy. Let's go switch that to Iray then. Iray Überbase. There. And rename that. When other people use it, I agree. I never quite warmed up to it, but to transfer really high-res texture tiles or just like high-res photos onto like 4K, 8K proper texture tiles, it works really well without having to use other fancy tools. I think Substance Painter is a better solution in this day and age, though, because you can do projector painting or projections without having to rub something on. That's always the problem. When you rub something on, it's like a, you know, it's lossy basically. And with Substance Painting, you can do it so that you can change your mind later when you think, yeah, that needs to change scale, that needs to change position. Yes, metallicity we had as well. Yes, and then we have glossy. The fireworks are still going on. I love it. That's good. Glossy roughness. Oh, that's color, isn't it? Duh. Forget about that. Glossy roughness. Here it is. Glossy roughness, and also switch on. And then we have the bump height, switch on, normal like that, and that was it, wasn't it? Good metal base roughness thing. Yeah, perfect. And now we have it fitted as well, which is great. Do you have Blacksmith? Sometimes it's on sale, and it's kind of, it can do tattoos, it can do all kinds of things, and it's perpetual license. So, oh, did you see that, man? Did you see that? No. Let's just hope it saved it before it crashed it. And then we're going to call it a day, because this was a great outfit day. We didn't get to play Mass Effect at all. And it was my last ever stream from this location, so it's going to be crazy. I don't know when I'll be up and running again on the new location. Could be some time, could be quite fast. 0:11, so that was just a minute ago. Let's hope it's not not corrupted the file. There we go. That is almost good. Is it? So the fit is still there. The textures are still there. The program is being disrespectful. I couldn't agree more. There. Beautifulness. Oh. This and that and that, and then we do this, and then we do that, and then we do that, and then we see them in their full glory. How exciting! Disrespectful shoes. Hey, look at that. The bump is there. Issues with the rubber. You know, it's been trodden, it's been worn properly. Got that fiberglass on the back. Hey, I'm happy. This is great. Oh, did we miss a little bit of the laces here? Yeah, there's a little bit of the laces that we've just missed to select. Just while we're in the mood, yeah, I can see it here. And that bit here. Unless that could have been metal, I think I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it just being not. So I might go and save that out later. But so far, I'm really, really pleased and really happy with this. And thank you so much for being here with me this New Year's Eve 2023 to 2024. It's been quite the experience. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful New Year 2024. I'm sure I will see you anon very soon. I hope all your dreams, hopes, wishes come true this year, and you're going to have a wonderful 2024. Think about what happened for you in 2023. Think about how good that was. Appreciate the positive things and look forward to even more positive things in 2024. Have a wonderful rest of the year, and I hope I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.